All right, so you guys have an album coming out. Let's talk about the album. How much original music is on there? What were some of the thoughts and emotions that really drove the album? You know, what was the process like for creating it?
God, okay, so first of all, it's a hefty album. It's 13 tracks, all original music.
Yeah.
The oldest song on there I wrote when I was 17.
Okay.
I'm 26 now.
Emotional Jill?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just a little emotional, just in a different way.
Yeah,
I'd like to think in a more mature way, but
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
all about, relativity and context and perspective and like whatever bullshit. It was really cool recording these guys because they're like professionals,
No doubt.
and like we went in the studio first day. It was crazy. It was a 13-hour session.
Wow.
Yeah. And
Jesus, man.
we played everything like live straight the whole way through. So
Right.
we laid down like the bass instrumentation in one session.
I love that type of recording.
Yeah.
I
It was so much
hate the
fun.
solo recording, man.
Yeah.
I hate that stuff, dude.
Yeah.
It was a marathon, though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean,
It literally was.
Yeah.
It's interesting to have to try and keep the stamina going because like the first 3 songs are like, yeah, we're doing this.
Right,
Right.
right.
And you get to the 4th song and it's 5th song, 6th song. It's like maybe we
Yeah.
should take a break
Right.
and like
Yeah.
maybe just chill a little bit and
For
then
sure.
like,
Yeah.
For sure,
get our
man.
second win.
For me, just give me a bunch of coffee and hope for the best.
That's what I say, yeah, man. It's
Yeah.
caffeine.
Luckily,
B12.
Starbucks was around the corner.
Oh, yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
Where'd you guys record at?
Rax Track Studios.
Big shot with Rick Barnes. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
Rick
It's free
Barnes.
advertising, bro. When I come to you, I want some, you know what I'm saying? I want, you know what I'm saying?
Played our first show together for your EP release
Yeah.
in that
Long time ago.
November of 2014.
Yeah, that sounds
Was it
right.
that long ago?
Yeah.
Jesus, man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and it's crazy to me like to hear this album because it's been such a transformation since like playing with them like 4 years ago.
Yeah.
You know, it was just like cute acoustic solo music,
Mhm.
and now it's like a
Then we have
all
rock
in
and
rock
blues
trio,
attached to it.
just
Right.
like
Yeah.
balls to
Right.
the wall, just like
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
no prisoners. So he
Actually
always
makes it worse. No,
yeah he gives me crap because at rehearsals I never count.
No.
I just feel it, which is really stupid.
So then we all feel it.
You mean like you don't count off?
No,
No.
I
I was
count
gonna
off.
say,
It
but,
doesn't
like,
count like during the song.
Oh,
And so
my
like
God.
sometimes she'll come in like a beat off.
Yeah.
And I'll just look at her. I'm like, you're not counting, are you?
Yeah.
because it's really bad, but
is
also
bad.
it works because
feel
I
it.
take advantage basically
To your
of
sound.
how they like
We
communicate with
count.
me.
Mhm.
Yeah, so they count for me.
I
I
can
just
dig.
show up and
Yeah.
play.
I can dig that.
Just gotta sit
So
chill.
basically, what you're saying is it's a new song every night.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically.
Hey, that's what makes it fun though.
Yeah.
You know, it's,
What were your inspirations
yeah.
behind like coming up with the music? Like,
It's kind of crazy because I write all the songs.
uh,
So basically what I say goes.
yeah. Okay. Clearly.
Yeah, and but you
Until
know,
it doesn't.
until
Yeah.
it doesn't, that's a fair
Right.
point. Yeah, and so then they just kind of like, I'd say like I bring a song to them and I just kind of like play it for them,
Right.
and then they just kind of build on top of it, and that's
For
like
sure.
what makes it really cool. It's like very organic in that way,
Yeah.
even though it's also like pretty structured, I guess,
Mhm.
because I pretty much set the tone of like how a song is gonna go. But it's really cool, like when we're in rehearsals and we're learning a new song together, because they'll hear something that I haven't heard,
Right.
and so that changes the song,
Mhm.
and so it doesn't just become a song written by Jillian Somera. It's like Jillian Somera and the beta option.
For sure.
Yeah.
You know, it's just we have three very different minds that
Mhm.
get put on the same task of making a song complete.
Mhm.
And through that process of making the song complete, it definitely it goes through changes, it goes through different, iterations, and, eventually I think we've never really had a point where, it clicks for one of us but not for all of us. Like,
Yeah.
when a song clicks,
Mm.
it's kind of like reached that equilibrium where we're all just kind of like, yeah, this feels
Right.
this feels good,
Nice.
this is what it needs to be.
Albums that you were talking about that we
Yeah.
listened to. So for me personally, one of my favorite albums of all time is actually No Doubt's Tragic Kingdom.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
so it just so happened that I got into the rabbit hole of listening to that again while we were recording this album.
Right.
And I was really in love with the energy of that album, and like this kind of like grittiness and like, you know, sort of like, because No Doubt was like a punk ska like when they first started, right?
Yeah.
And so like, yeah, I was like really drawn to just the sort of like punk element of it, where it was just like really just like gritty, and like, you know, Gwen Stefani is just like in your face, just like screaming, you know, well, not screaming, but you know what I mean, like just really, really out there with their vocals and not holding anything back.
For sure.
And I think that maybe probably more than I realized, that really inspired a lot of the vocal work that I ended up doing on the album. You know, just trying to really just channel my inner Gwen Stefani.
I can dig that.
Yeah.
So, how receptive are you to new information? Because that can be tough sometimes.
That's a really good question. I feel like I want to make you guys answer first.
Well, the hard part about that is, and I don't want to beat around the bush, but there's
So clearly he has something to say.
Man,
Clearly he
say it.
has something to say. Yeah.
it's difficult because when you create something, that's you. It's impossible not to have a personal attachment to it. So when someone attacks that, you feel, of course, inherently that someone's attacking you.
Right.
So you have to. It's hard to accept that, but that's the only way to improve. It's kind of like the road you have to travel.
I agree.
It's like it's just the way it is. It kind of sucks, but if you can like almost accept that with an unbiasedness to it and be like, okay, maybe this part can be better, or maybe these words should be different, or whatever it might be. That you kind of have to.
At the end of the day, all the decisions that you make are the right decisions because they're the decisions that you make artistically. And those decisions can't be wrong because there really isn't a wrong decision to take artistically. That's what part of also what makes it art. But you know, in the air of trying to actually get better, sound better, and improve, it's important to look at criticism constructively, whether it's presented as such or not, and to really consider how that can be, you know, intertwined with how you already play, because, you know, you shouldn't be changing your style up. You shouldn't be changing, you know, your sound or your art just because someone criticizes it. But you can change your technique. You can adjust your settings. You can you know, incorporate new pedals, incorporate new sounds and things like that, and just try and have this like healthy relationship with criticism.
Yeah. That's That's definitely very important.
And piggybacking off of that, it's important to be able to accept criticism and to consider it, but also at the same time, if you're convinced that there's this particular thing that you're doing right or that you like, and someone else says like, "Nah, you shouldn't do that," it's okay to like be convinced. No, this is what I want, and I'm not going to take that no.